I have a background in technology as well and some other things too. I have an economics degree, so that piece always ties into everything that we do on the multifamily side. Currently, have myself and my partners have a little over 1,800 units. Right now, we're in 6 states, and I moved from California. I was in Southern California at the time, but to New Orleans about a year ago to really just focus in and grow this market here. And I think, as Jonathan knows, that whole story, our goal is to get, the 600 to 800 units here in Southern Louisiana, just because we like the way the market's going and things like that. And it's got its own uniqueness to it, but I think fundamentally it's a real good thing. So been here, been dodging. I got here 3 weeks after, or 3 weeks before Ida. So that was when I'm not kidding when I say I'm grateful every morning for being.
No kidding. Yeah. I mean, I remember very vividly. I think all of us do. What, 2004?
Yeah, and for
Hurricane Katrina.
the
Yeah.
2005, yeah. Yeah, no, it was, I wasn't, I mean, I remember seeing it on TV and all that stuff. And that's mostly what I knew about New Orleans before, before we closed on a 68 unit here at the end of December. And, I'd been working on that for a few months before that. So that was kind of really the first eye opener. And the numbers worked on it. So it was more like, oh, let me look at this more in depth because the numbers on this project work. And that exposed me to the market and, kind of the stigmas and things like that are associated to it, especially from Katrina. And it's like always been, it's what people know it of for the last 17 years, right? So, but they've put $15 billion, $14.5 billion into the new levy system and just handed that over to the city a few weeks ago. So it's officially done. And
that's
so
huge.
A lot of stuff that mitigates that from ever happening again. Who knows what's going to happen? People say California is going to fall off into the ocean someday too. So, who knows what's going to happen? But
yep.
There's a big infrastructure movement, there that helps. Anyways, just long story short to why I get here and now.
So how does that work with gosh, that's really, really interesting because you're right. That stigma is still in my head.
Oh, it's in everybody's.
Hurricane Katrina. Yeah, it's like, oh no.
It's why people don't come here yet.
Still don't.
I mean, so before Katrina, quick diatribe, but before Katrina, there was about 1 million people in the New Orleans MSA. Katrina happened, it went down to 700,000. Just as of a few years ago, it got back up to 1 million.
Oh,
so it's just now got to the point where it's like, oh, we're back to pre-Katrina numbers. But it's a different place, now too. So it's got to rebuild. It's got to rebuild a lot of its infrastructure, not the levee system, but more the streets and things like that, and some of the stuff that goes on here. But if it can do that, and combined with the fundamentals that it already has, I'm really very bullish on this area. So
that's cool.
Yeah. So it's been fun. But let's talk about you guys' deals.